Let us begin by understanding the true nature of silence. Silence, my dear friends, is not merely the absence of sound. It is not a void or a lack of something. On the contrary, silence is a profound presence. It is the very foundation upon which all of creation rests. In the depths of silence, we find the infinite potential of all that is, was, and ever will be. It is in silence that we connect with our true selves, with the I am presence that is the core of our being. When we choose to be silent, we are not retreating from the world. We are not hiding or avoiding our problems. Instead, we are tapping into the very source of all power, all wisdom, and all creation. We are aligning ourselves with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos. In silence, we find our true voice, not the chattering of the ego, but the whisper of our divine nature. Now, let us consider what it means to act as if nothing bothers you. This, my friends, is not about denial or suppression of our feelings. It is not about pretending that challenges do not exist. Rather, it is about assuming a state of consciousness where we are truly unperturbed by the apparent conditions of the outer world. It is about recognizing that nothing external has the power to disturb our inner peace unless we give it that power. Remember, the outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. When you assume the state of being unbothered, you are declaring to the universe that you are in control of your reactions, your emotions, and your experience of life. You are affirming that you are the master of your destiny, not a victim of circumstances. This principle is beautifully illustrated in the story of the biblical Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel, faced with certain death, remained calm and untroubled. He did not fight against his circumstances, nor did he plead for his life. Instead, he maintained his faith and his inner peace. And in doing so, he changed the very nature of his reality. The lions, which should have devoured him, became as harmless as house cats in his presence. This, my dear listeners, is the power that lies within you. When you cultivate inner silence and assume the state of being unbothered, you too can transform the very nature of your reality. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities for growth. The people who once irritated you become teachers and catalysts for your evolution. The circumstances that once troubled you become stepping stones on your path to greatness. But how? You might ask. Do we achieve this state of inner silence and unperturbedness? The answer, as always, lies in the power of your wonderful human imagination. Your imagination is the gateway to the realm of infinite possibilities. It is through your imagination that you can experience any state of consciousness you desire. I invite you now to close your eyes and imagine yourself as a vast, calm ocean. On the surface, waves may rise and fall, storms may come and go, but in the depths there is only profound peace and stillness. This is your true nature. The disturbances on the surface, the challenges, the irritations, the apparent problems of life, they are but temporary ripples on the vast expanse of your being. Feel yourself as this ocean. Feel the immense power and peace that lies within you. Know that no matter what's on the surface, your depths remain undisturbed, serene, and full of potential. This is the state of consciousness we aim to cultivate and maintain. Now open your eyes and carry this feeling with you. As you go about your day, practice being this vast ocean. When challenges arise, when people or circumstances threaten to disturb your peace, remember your true nature. Remain silent, not out of fear or avoidance, but out of a deep knowing that nothing can truly disturb your inner calm. This practice, my friends, is not about passivity. It is not about allowing others to walk all over you or ignoring genuine injustices in the world. Rather, it is about responding to life from a place of centered power rather than reactivity. It is about choosing your battles wisely and recognizing that most of the things that seem to bother us are, in truth, inconsequential in the grand scheme of our eternal being. When you master the art of being silent and acting, as if nothing bothers you, you become a force of nature. You become like the eye of a hurricane, calm, centered, and powerful amidst the storms of life. From this state, you can take inspired action when necessary, speak words of power when needed, and create change in your world with grace and ease. Consider for a moment the great spiritual teachers and leaders throughout history. Think of Buddha, of Jesus, of Gandhi. These were not weak or passive individuals. They were not doormats that allowed life to walk all over them. On the contrary, they were immensely powerful beings who changed the course of history. And yet they all practiced the art of inner silence and remaining unperturbed in the face of great challenges. Jesus, when faced with accusations and threats, often remained silent. His silence was not weakness, but a demonstration of his unshakable connection to his divine nature. Buddha, under the Bodhi tree, remained unmoved by the temptations and threats of Mara. His stillness was the key to his enlightenment. Gandhi, in the face of great oppression and violence, maintained a state of inner peace that gave him the strength to lead him with strength. You, my dear friends, have this same power within you. You are cut from the same divine cloth as these great beings. The only difference is that they fully realized and embodied their true nature, while most of us are still in the process of awakening to our divine potential. As you practice being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you, you will begin to notice profound changes in your life. First and foremost, you will experience a deep sense of peace and well-being that is not dependent on external circumstances. This inner peace is your birthright. And as you claim it, you will find that it becomes your constant companion, supporting you through all of life's ups and downs. Secondly, you will notice that your relationships begin to transform. When you no longer react to every little irritation, when you maintain your inner calm in the face of other storms, you become a stabilizing force in your relationships. People will be naturally drawn to your peaceful presence. Conflicts that once seemed insurmountable will begin to resolve themselves effortlessly. Think about it. How many arguments, how many conflicts in your life have been exacerbated by your reactive responses? How often have you added fuel to the fire of a disagreement by allowing yourself to be provoked into anger or defensiveness? When you master the art of silence and non-reaction, you remove the fuel that keeps these conflicts burning. You create space for understanding, for compassion, for resolution. Thirdly, you will find that your ability to manifest your desires increases dramatically. Remember, it is your state of consciousness that creates your realities. When you maintain a state of calm, centered power, you align yourself with the creative forces of the universe. Your thoughts and intentions become more focused, more powerful. You no longer waste energy on worry, on stress, on pointless conflicts. Instead, all of your energy is channeled into the creation of your desired reality. Imagine yourself as a radio transmitter. When you are constantly reacting to every little disturbance, your signal is fuzzy, filled with static. The universe cannot clearly receive your broadcast, but when you maintain inner silence and calm, your signal becomes crystal clear. The universe can then respond with perfect clarity, bringing into your experience the exact matches to your inner state. Now I want to address a common misconception about this practice. Some may think that being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you means becoming emotionless or detached from life. Nothing could be further from the truth. This practice is not about suppressing your emotions or denying your human experience. It's about transcending the limited, reactive ego self and operating from your higher divine self. From this higher state of consciousness, you actually become more fully alive, more present, more engaged with life. You experience emotions more deeply, but you are not controlled by them. You acknowledge challenges, but you are not defined by them. You participate fully in the dance of life, but you do so from a place of choice rather than compulsion. Think of it like this. When you're watching a movie, you can become fully engrossed in the story, feeling joy, sadness, excitement, and fear along with the characters. But at the same time, there's a part of you that knows it's just a movie. This knowing doesn't diminish your enjoyment of the film. On the contrary, it allows you to fully immerse yourself in the experience without being overwhelmed by it. In the same way, when you master the art of inner silence and non-reaction, you can fully participate in the movie of your life. You can experience all the joys, challenges, and adventures that life has to offer, but you do so from a place of centered awareness, always connected to your true, unchanging self. This state of being is what the ancient yogis called witnessing consciousness. It's the ability to be fully present and engaged in life while simultaneously maintaining a sense of detached observation. From this state, you can navigate life's challenges with grace and ease, making choices from a place of wisdom and reactivity. Now, let's explore some practical ways to cultivate the state of inner silence and non-reaction in your daily life. The first and most powerful tool at your disposal is, as always, your imagination. Each day, take some time to imagine yourself as that vast, calm ocean we discussed earlier. Feel the immense peace and power that is your true nature. As you go about your day, carry this feeling with you. When challenges arise, return to this image and this feeling. Another powerful practice is mindful breathing. Your breath is a constant reminder of your connection to the infinite. When you find yourself becoming reactive or disturbed, turn your attention to your breath. Take slow, deep breaths, feeling the calm that naturally arises as you do so. With each inhale, imagine you're drawing in peace and power. With each exhale, release any tension or reactivity. You can also practice what I call the pause. Whenever you feel triggered or bothered by something, pause before reacting. In that pause, ask yourself, is this really worth disturbing my peace? How would my highest self respond to this situation? This simple practice can prevent countless unnecessary conflicts and keep you aligned with your true, unbothered state. Another powerful technique is to practice seeing the divine in all things and all people. When someone irritates you, instead of reacting to their behavior, try to see the divine spark within them. Remember that they, like you, are a perfect expression of God, even if they're not fully aware of it yet. This shift in perception can transform your relationships and your entire experience of life. Now I want to address a question that may be arising in some of your minds. You might be thinking, but Neville, surely there are times when we need to speak up, when we need to take action against injustice or wrongdoing. And you are absolutely right. The art of being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you is not about becoming a passive observer of life. It's about choosing your responses wisely and acting from a place of centered power rather than reactivity. When you master this art, you'll find that you become more effective in creating positive change in the world. Your words, when you choose to speak, will carry more weight because they come from a place of inner silence and wisdom. Your actions, when you choose to act, will be more impactful because they're not clouded by emotional reactivity. Think of the great change makers in history. Martin Luther King Jr., for example, faced immense opposition and violence. Yet he maintained an inner calm and responded to hatred with love. His power came not from angry reactivity, but from a deep, unshakable connection to his highest self and his divine purpose. You too have this power within you. As you practice being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you, you're not retreating from the world. You're preparing yourself to engage with the world in a more powerful and effective way. Now, let's delve deeper into the transformative power of this practice. When you consistently maintain inner silence and act as if nothing bothers you, you begin to shift the very fabric of your reality. Remember, the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. As you cultivate inner peace and non-reactivity, you'll notice that your external circumstances begin to align with this new state of being. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable will begin to resolve themselves. People who once irritated you will either change their behavior or naturally fade from your experience. Opportunities that align with your highest good will present themselves with increasing frequency. It's as if the universe conspires to support your new state of being. This is not magic or wishful thinking. This is the law of consciousness in action. You are literally reshaping your world by reshaping your consciousness. As you persist in this new state, you'll find that maintaining inner peace becomes easier and more natural. What once required conscious effort will become your default state of being. Imagine for a moment a life where you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. A life where you're no longer tossed about by the storms of emotion and reactivity. A life where you navigate challenges with grace and ease, always connected to your inner source of peace and power. This is the life that awaits you as you master the art of being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you. But remember, my dear friends, this is not a destination to be reached. It's a journey, a continuous unfolding of your divine nature. There will be times when you falter, when you momentarily forget your true nature and get caught up in reactivity. When this happens, be gentle with yourself. Remember that even these moments of forgetting are part of your journey. They are opportunities to practice returning to your center, to your true unbothered state. As you continue on this journey, you'll find that your influence on the world around you begins to change. You become a calm center in the midst of chaos, a source of peace in a world of turmoil. People will naturally be drawn to your presence, seeking the peace and stability that you embody. You become like a tuning fork, silently resonating at the frequency of peace and non-reactivity. Those around you will naturally begin to attune themselves to your frequency. Without saying a word, without taking any overt action, you begin to transform the world around you simply by being who you truly are. This, my friends, is the true power of being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you. It's not about passivity or avoidance. It's about embodying your highest self, your true divine nature, and allowing that embodiment to transform your world from the inside out. As we near the end of our exploration, I want to leave you with a powerful practice to help you integrate this teaching into your daily life. Each night before you go to sleep, take a few moments to review your day. But instead of focusing on what went wrong or what bothered you, imagine how your day would have unfolded if you had maintained perfect inner silence and acted as if nothing bothered you. See yourself navigating each situation from a place of calm, centered power. Feel the peace and ease that comes with this state. As you drift off to sleep, carry this feeling with you. Let it seep into your subconscious mind, reprogramming your default responses. Then, as you awake each morning, before you even open your eyes, remind yourself of your true nature. Feel yourself as that vast, calm ocean. Set the intention to carry this feeling with you throughout your day, no matter what arises. As you consistently practice this, you'll find that your waking life begins to align more and more with these imagined scenarios. You'll find yourself naturally responding to life's challenges from a place of peace and non-reactivity. You'll be living proof of the transformative power of consciousness. My dear friends, as we come to the close of our time together, I want to remind you of the immense power that lies within you. You are not small, limited beings at the mercy of a chaotic world. You are divine creators shaping your reality with every thought, every feeling, every state of consciousness you assume. The practice of being silent and acting as if nothing bothers you is not about denying your human experience or suppressing your emotions. It's about transcending the limitations of the ego and aligning with your true divine nature. It's about recognizing that your peace, your power, and your joy do not depend on external circumstances, but on your inner state of being. As you go forth from here, I encourage you to embrace this practice with all your heart. Let it become not just something you do, but who you are. Let the silence within you speak louder than the noise of the world. Let your unperturbedness become a beacon of peace in a world that so desperately needs it. Remember, you are the operant power in your world. Your consciousness creates your reality. As you master the art of inner silence and non-reactivity, you become a master creator, shaping your world with the power of your being. So go forth, my dear friends, and be the embodiment of peace in a world of chaos. Be the calm center in the midst of the storm. Be the living proof of the transformative power of consciousness. For in doing so, you not only transform your own life, but you contribute to the transformation of our entire world. Thank you, and may your journey of self-discovery and self-mastery bring you to the full realization of your divine nature and the complete manifestation of your heart's desires.